even without the knee, that should have been a knockdown. I thought I should have won a competitive fight. I think I did what I needed to do necessary to make the rounds. I'm just a little frustrated with the scorecards. I thought I should.
Did Gervonta Davis take a knee, and should he have been deducted a point? And in the end, lost that fight to Roach, in your opinion?
Yeah, in my opinion, it was a draw. He take a knee.
That's why I don't want to box no more. I want to do therapy, right? But I feel as though if I do therapy, it will lose the fire that I have inside.
In a dramatic twist following the rumored announcement of their highly anticipated rematch, Lamont Roach made an unexpected appearance at Tank Davis's training facility. The move has sent shockwaves through the boxing world, adding yet another chapter to the heated rivalry that began with their controversial draw. Their previous encounter was marred by controversy, most notably in the pivotal 9th round, when Davis took a knee after a sharp jab from Roach. Technical issues prevented a knee. Instant replay review and the referee's decision not to rule it a knockdown left many fans and analysts questioning the outcome, with both fighters now demanding a decisive rematch. The stage has been set for a bout that promises to settle the score once and for all.
What was going through your mind when you heard the decision?
Nobody like a draw, you know, from a guy that get knockouts and things like that, but it's cool. I feel like if we fight again, I could do more, and I should have did more. I was lost in the, I lost track in the rounds. That's why we need, what is it called? Yeah, man. I didn't know what round it was. Facts.
Tank, Eric Blum from DailyMail.com. First off, your coach just said, can you confirm, did you get your hair done 2 days before the fight?
Yeah.
Shortly after the rematch was reportedly confirmed, witnesses report that Lamont Roach made a bold statement by showing up at Davis's gym, clad in his workout gear and exuding confidence. Roach walked into the facility where Davis was immersed in his training routine. Eyewitnesses described a tense atmosphere as Roach approached Davis, seemingly with one clear message: the fight isn't over, and he's ready to settle the score in the ring. Though Davis appeared momentarily taken back by the sudden intrusion, the brief yet charged exchange underscored the intensity of the rivalry, and the personal stakes involved. The incident quickly spread across social media, with videos and photos capturing the raw emotion of the moment. Fans and pundits alike praised Roach's audacity, viewing his gym appearance as a calculated move to get under Davis's skin. Ahead of the rematch, the online chatter has only intensified the buzz around the upcoming fight, with many predicting that this public display of bravado could serve as a psychological edge for Roach. Prominent voices in the boxing community have weighed in on the development. Some analysts see the gym confrontation as an extension of the fierce competitive spirit both fighters share, while others believe it's a strategic effort to disrupt Davis's focus during his training sessions. This unexpected gym visit adds a new layer of intensity to an already charged rivalry. Beyond settling old scores, the rematch promises to be a battle of wills, with both fighters determined to prove who truly deserves the title as governing bodies. Like the WBA continue to monitor the situation, this public showdown has only reinforced the notion that nothing will stand in the way of these two warriors in their quest for supremacy. With the rematch on the horizon, all eyes will be on the ring as Davis and Roach prepare to settle the controversy once and for all. The upcoming bout is already being touted as one of the most must-watch events in the lightweight division, where every punch thrown and every moment of psychological warfare could make all the difference. Meanwhile, Canelo Alvarez has also shared his thoughts on this fight this week.
Did Gervonta Davis take a knee, and should he have been deducted a point, and in the end lost that fight to Roach, in your opinion?
Yeah, in my opinion, it was a draw. He take a knee. And plus the corner go up and put it a towel in the face. That's a disqualification for sure. I'm talking about the rules, but it's not my business.
Davis stated on social media that the rematch can be soon, particularly mentioning the end of May as a potential date heading into the fight. Davis appeared to be contemplating early retirement at 30. However, he has now stated he plans to fight like 4 more times, with one of those bouts ideally being a rematch against Roach. And without the usual lengthy pauses that have marked his career in recent years, Davis demonstrated his ability to handle a quick turnaround in 2023, taking on 2 fights in a short span. He first defeated Hector Luis Garcia by stoppage on January 7th, then returned to the ring just over 3 months later to face Ryan Garcia on April 22nd, securing another stoppage victory. The controversy surrounding Davis versus Roach went beyond the usual debates that come with a draw. It centered on a pivotal moment in the 9th round, when referee Steve Willis chose not to call Davis's voluntary knee a knockdown. The New York State Athletic Commission is attributing its failure to review the replay to a technical issue. Despite replay reviews being permitted, in the state calls have emerged for the fight to be re-evaluated, with some even advocating for it to be overturned in Roach's favor. Though that remains unlikely. This isn't just because Davis is the bigger draw, but because even if the knockdown had been officially recognized, there's no way to determine how the fight or even the remainder of that round would have played out. Fighters often adjust their strategies after being knocked down and retroactively declaring it a 10-8 round for Roach's score. Judges weren't obligated to give in the first place, sets a risky precedent. Athletic commissions tend to be cautious about altering results after the fact, and this situation is no exception. The draw call will probably stand despite its unpopularity, and there is some rational justification for this as well. The rematch is now highly sought after, far more than the original fight ever was, and that first bout still drew solid numbers at the gate in Brooklyn Tank versus Roach.
What's going through your mind when you heard the decision?
Nobody like a draw, from a guy that get knockouts and things like that, but it's cool. I feel like if we fight again, I could do more, and I should have did more. I was lost in the, I lost track in the rounds. That's why we need, what is it called? Yeah, man. I didn't know what round it was. Facts.
2 feels inevitable. Almost a necessity. If it doesn't happen, it won't just fuel the usual ducking debates around Davis. It will leave an undeniable void in his legacy. This was a fight we witnessed, one that demands a second chapter. However, it may be challenging for premier boxing champions to quickly allocate that kind of budget for another event by late May, while fans fully expect the rematch to happen this year. A 3-month turnaround seems improbable. In an exclusive interview with Boxing Scene on Thursday, Roach expressed confidence that Davis will exercise the rematch clause in their contract. At the same time, he trusts the New York State Athletic Commission to deliver a fair ruling on the controversial events of the 9th round at Barclays Center. Roach said, "I hope a rematch happens sooner rather than later. Everybody's still talking about the fight, and it's 5 days later. It's been a huge spectacle, a topic of discussion, the review by the commission and the fight with this build-up. Why not strike while the iron's hot? I'm already contractually tied to a rematch. If they call me, I'll be ready." Regarding the commission ruling, a person with knowledge of the matter informed Boxing Scene on Thursday that a decision is expected soon, most likely by the beginning of next week. Roach said, "I think it definitely plays in our favor that there hasn't been a ruling yet. There's something to consider and think about when it comes to the outcome. If they had a decision, they'd be point blank."
Listen, it was a good fight, man. You know what I mean? And came to fight. Lamont came to fight. They know each other. Just what I try to tell people. It wasn't going to be no easy fight. You know what I mean? And I was telling everybody that. Now they understand what I was saying. Them guys knew each other. Plus, they probably used to spar each other. Matter of fact, they did. You spar each other back in the day.
We're going to move on. Referee Steve Willis could have docked Davis points or worse for taking the knee, turning his back on Roach, and reaching into the ring with his trainer. Instead, Willis chose to exercise his discretion by allowing the bout to continue without penalizing Davis, who also avoided repercussions from an instant replay review due to Prime Video pay-per-view producers failing to provide the footage to the commission's ringside official in time for a proper review before the start of the 10th round. Sentiment is growing in the boxing world that the New York Commission is inclined to declare the bout a no contest. This decision would acknowledge that Davis was deprived of the chance to fight with his usual reckless abandon in the final 3 rounds, something he might have done had he been aware of his 108 scoring deficit in the 9th. Instead, 2 judges scored the round 10-9 in favor of Davis, a pivotal decision that enabled the 3-division champion from Baltimore to escape with a draw, with final scores of 11-4, 1-1-4, 1-14, 1-14, and 1-15, 1-13. Roach said justice will be doing the right thing, whether they count the knockdown that should have been a knockdown, whether they take into consideration that he turned his back and received assistance outside the ring from a coach that's unheard of without a disqualification. If they overturn it, that's the right thing to do. If it doesn't happen, that's extra fuel to the fire. A Davis-Roach rematch following their electrifying first bout that packed 250 fans into New York Center is sure to ignite widespread excitement, hitting the relentless Roach against a vengeance-fueled Davis. According to Roach, the rematch will be an extension of the fight from Saturday. It wasn't just a bad night for Davis, he said. Roach said, "I'm not buying that at all. He did some good things in there, and Tank would have beaten a lot of guys that night. It wasn't enough. He felt good. He knew what he was up against. He made slight adjustments, tried to punch harder. That was the real Tank in there, and come next time it better be a better Tank, because I'm gonna be a better me. He better come with his Roach." Maintains that he was fully affected by Davis's strongest blows, definitely, and I told him that Roach said in one mid-fight verbal exchange. Davis told Roach, "I thought you hit way harder than this." Roach responded, "Who are you to talk? You had a 90% knockout ratio and I'm standing right here jawing at you. Come on, bro. You hit me a couple times and I was right here." Rose said the turning point of the night was once I took his best shot. I thought, all right, it's time to get down in dirt, according to Roach. Davis retorted that he would not lose the battle. Roach said it was him realizing I'm in here with a guy who might beat me tonight, but by the end of the day, he realized, look, dude, I'm the guy, I'm the star. You don't knock me out, you ain't gonna get it. That's what it came down to. It was he's getting the best of me, but let me tear.